Hello everyone, this is D.R.E, and welcome to the 41st episode of D.R.E Executions. Today's story is on Marie Beier of Germany, who was executed by guillotine in the year 1908. Margarethe Beier was born on September 15, 1885 in Brand-Ebersdorf, Germany. Her parents Ernst and Ida Beier were loving parents and very well off. Her father Ernst was once a coal miner but eventually became mayor of the city, and many in the community respected him. Marie, with her blonde hair and blue eyes, was always in the best clothes, went to the best schools, and socialized mainly with her wealthy friends. She was always seen around town walking with her St. Bernard dog as well. She excelled in music and art, and to her parents was a seemingly gifted and well-behaved child. In 1902, at the age of 17, she met a commercial traveler by the name of Johannes Merker. She kept her relationship with Johannes a secret from everyone and continued to have a sexual relationship with him for years. In the course of their tryst, Marie had one miscarriage and gave birth to 3 illegitimate babies. Because the couple was not married, she did not want to get in trouble from her family nor with the law, so she killed each newborn and hid them well enough to never get caught. Marie and Johannes secretly got engaged, but Marie soon broke things off with Johannes when she found out that he was cheating. She eventually went back to Johannes, but this time her father found out and did not approve of their relationship. He then introduced Marie to a 34-year-old man by the name of Kurt Pressler in 1906. He was a respectable engineer who also came from money. Kurt became infatuated with Marie and had no issues when Ernst forced Marie to get engaged to him. Despite the engagement, Marie continued on her now affair with Johannes. Johannes was now an embezzler and wanted to prevent the wedding that Kurt had planned for the following year. Johannes wrote multiple love letters to Kurt and signed them as an Italian woman named Ferroni. There was no Ferroni, and the letters did not deter Kurt from wanting to continue a relationship with Marie. Marie's father passed away and left a large amount of money to his family, but there were investigations and people questioning his business practices, which scared Marie and her mother Ida. Marie and her mother Ida then worked together to steal Kroner's jewelry and savings. Marie also falsified Kroner's will, which left her as Kroner's sole heir. She then shared some of the loot she stole with her lover Johannes. A month after the death of Kroner and one day before the big wedding, Marie went to visit her fiance Kurt. Kurt had recently purchased a new apartment in a neighboring city for both of them to live after the wedding. While continuing her affair with Johannes, she still pretended she was very much in love with Kurt, so he never suspected she felt any different than he did. It was May 13, 1907, and Kurt had gone home to his new apartment after dining out that evening. When Marie made it inside, she made Kurt a glass of eggnog and the two began kissing. Unbeknownst to Kurt, the eggnog was laced with cyanide. Kurt then sunk into the couch, but Marie was not sure if he would die from the poison, so she said to him, "I have a great surprise for you, but you must shut your eyes and open your mouth." With no hesitation, Kurt followed directions and she tied something around his eyes. She then pulled a revolver from underneath her top, placed it in Kurt's mouth and fired. She waited to fire the moment the church bells went off so no one would hear the shot. After the murder, Marie stayed with Kurt for over an hour to make sure it looked like a suicide and not a homicide. She wrote letters to Ferroni, the non-existent lover, as if it were Kurt who wrote them. She also falsified his will, having educated herself on professional verbiage her husband would use in order to make it believable. In the will, she designated all of his furniture and estates to her only. After an hour of covering her tracks while her fiancé laid slumped over on the couch, she took a shower, changed into some new clothes, and hopped on a train to a nearby town to attend a party, which was a high society ball. She spent hours at the party socializing with people and reminding them that she would soon be an engineer's wife. Soon after Marie left Kurt's place, his brother arrived to find his brother in what looked to be a successful suicide. His brother read the letter left behind that asked him for forgiveness and also stated that he had to leave his wife. Kurt's brother was still convinced it was Kurt who took his own life until he read the will that declared Marie as the sole heir to everything. It conflicted with the note, so he decided to have the letter examined by handwriting experts, who in turn concluded that the will and letter were both forged. Marie was soon arrested, and while being questioned, she confessed to everything. She was charged with murder, embezzlement, forgery, and her mother Ida and lover Johannes were also arrested and sent to prison for colluding with Marie. The following day after her arrest, Marie appeared in court to give a statement, and majority of the jury felt that she was a beautiful young woman of class and agreed with Marie's request to be pardoned. It had also been a half a century since the last woman was executed by guillotine. When it was time for sentencing, the jury was unaware that there was a secret council in attendance of the first court hearing that was sent by the Saxon Ministry of Justice. They relayed the information to Frederick Augustus III, King of Saxony, and he made the final decision not to pardon Marie, and she was sentenced to death by method of guillotine. 2 days before her execution, the guillotine that was to be used was transported from the capital of Dresden to Freiburg. Tickets were sold to the public to watch her execution, and it was made very public. On July 23, 1908, Marie's execution date, 190 people of all ages came to witness her death behind the prison walls. At 6:30 in the morning, a bell rang, which meant it was time to bring Marie out for her final moments. She was fitted in a dress that was cut in the neck portion and walked out with her hands folded and eyes stuck to the ground. Witnesses said that she was pale but still showed no emotions until after she was strapped into the board and tilted in a horizontal position when she yelled out, "Father, into your hands I lay my soul. Father." From the moment the bell rang to the moment her head landed in a bucket took only 3 minutes. She was then taken away in a hearse that was decorated with flowers, and she was buried right next to her father. Thank you everyone for watching, and before I give some comment love, I would like to give a shout out to Dixie and Luke. Thank you guys so much for becoming patrons on my Patreon.